One. Hello, my name is Bryce Taubes. With me today is Lucille Roache. She's a business and career coach, a speaker, and a startup coach at Asset Business Consultancy. And she helps women to lay the foundations to begin and succeed in business. Thank you so much for appearing today, Lucille.
Thanks for having me, Bryce.
Excellent. Is there anything else you'd like me to add to the introduction?
No, that was really good and clear. Thank you.
Okay. Excellent. What was life like before you got into, coaching and strategy, and really what was the catalyst that brought you into this field?
So I started my career as a criminal lawyer because ever since I was a little girl, I could just remember having this desire to be a criminal lawyer so I could help people who had been wrongly accused of a crime they hadn't committed. So I studied and I became a lawyer, a criminal lawyer, and it was just nothing like I thought it was going to be. I had colleagues betting on how long their own clients would be sent to prison, and it just didn't feel right. So I kind of was at a crossroads because I was like, well, this is the only thing I've ever wanted to do. So now what? So I moved into another area of law, but that was just more out of desperation because I needed a job and I needed to do something. So I did that. And again, while I was there, I was just like, something is missing. I'm not happy. I don't enjoy what I'm doing. So I kind of had to challenge myself and ask myself, well, what did I like? What were some of the things that I was passionate about? And I realized that I liked helping people to achieve their goals. And so then I decided to leave law and go into management. And so I was doing great. I was helping people to achieve their goals, but there was just that something else that was still kind of missing. And I remember, I think it was in 2015, I went to my granddad's funeral in Florida. And I remember them talking about his life and all the amazing things that he'd done and just the legacy that he had left. And it made me realize what was missing from my life. Like, I didn't have a purpose in my career. Like, it just didn't feel like I was continuing to live on purpose. So I started mentoring with the Prince's Trust, and it was young children, 13 and 14, helping those children who had potential but just needed help realizing their full potential. And I loved that so much that I started to look at what else I could do, and I stumbled on coaching. And I went to like a 2-day taster, and I remember sitting there and it was like all these light bulbs are just pinging off in my head, like, this is exactly what it is that I want to do. So then I signed on for the full coaching program. And initially it was just a tool I wanted to use to make me a better manager. And then the more I started coaching, the more I loved it. And I was like, this needs to be my career.
Can I ask you, so nowadays, who do you work with the most and what problems are they facing?
So it's women who want to start a business or who have just started a business, and the problems that they're facing is that they don't have the confidence in themselves to succeed. They don't have a clear plan of exactly what it is that they need to do and how they can kind of get to the other side. So I help them to lay those foundations. And for me, the foundations are 4 things. It's clarity, so it's being clear about what goals you need to set, who it is that you are, where you're going. It's the confidence to be able to overcome any limiting beliefs or obstacles that are holding you back. You need to have a plan that kind of sets out what it is that you need to do in your business, and then the strategy to bring that all together. So it's really helping them with all of those things. So by the end of the coaching, they'll have that confidence, they'll have a step-by-step plan, and they'll know exactly where they're going and what they need to do.
Nice. Let me ask you this question. So what's the biggest takeaway that you've seen with either new businesses that are starting during this COVID stuff and the ones that are starting after? What are the main fears that are going on for them?
What if it doesn't work now? So I think now there's pressure on people because the job market is so fragile that people are like, well, if I start a business now, is it going to fail? Am I going to lose so much money? Am I going to be spending all of this time in a business that isn't going to succeed? And that's where I go back to that foundation, which is, well, what's your plan? What's your plan for your business? Why do you want to start this business? Because I think your why is so important. And I think previously for a lot of people, the why is different to it is now. So the why is more money motivated, but money can only motivate you so long because being in business is hard. It's not easy.
What is the one thing in business that most people don't expect outside of it being hard?
I think it's the hardness, and it's the personal issues that it brings up for you. because for most people, you go through most of your life being an employee. So somebody else is kind of giving you the direction and telling you what to do. As a business owner, there's nobody else telling you what to do. You have to do it all yourself. And it's the details that sometimes people miss. So for example, if I think about maybe updating a website, well, you need the copy for the website first. So you need to know what it is that you're saying. You need to have a way for people to pay, so that you need to have some kind of payment processor set up. You need to have email so you can confirm the order. So it's those details that kind of people perhaps don't think about, because maybe as an employee that was already set out and done for them, whereas as a business owner you need to create all of that yourself.
Interesting. Yeah. Which one do you think is a more detrimental reason to start a business? Because you just want to be able to do things when you want to do things, or just to go and make $1 million really fast?
That's an interesting question. They both have their pitfalls. So if you want to go into it because you want to have that freedom, it gives you the freedom, but then you have to look at the flip side of it. There's a lot of time that's being spent on there. And for the money aspect of it, you might make a lot of money, but it may not be immediately. You may be spending more money at the outset than you are receiving. So I think they both of those have their pitfalls, which is why you need to be clear on why. For example, if it is money, why do you need money? Because a lot of the times, if you keep digging, the reason that they want money is maybe to create a better life for their family. So then you just switch the motivation, and it's like, well, actually, the focus should be on making a better life for my family, and then digging into, well, what does a better life look like, rather than the actual money aspect of it.
Interesting. What is the biggest, takeaway that you've gotten from this quarantine slowdown time?
It's just that we have more time than we think that we do, because I think, people are always rushing around and I've always got so much to do. And for a lot of people have been working from home. And I think it is just about managing your time better, because I've seen so many instances of people picking up new hobbies and doing more things. So it's the fact that you have more time and you're more resourceful than you think you are.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this, just kind of switching gears. What's the vision for as far into the future as you would like to go?
So I'm this ideas creative person, so I always have this huge vision for myself. So one of the things that I see myself doing in the future is hosting global retreats, so all over the world, where I can get loads of women together, support them in building up their confidence and in starting their business. And then one of the other things that I want to do as well is to set up a charity for specifically targeted at helping Black people in their professional lives. So helping them to start businesses, get leadership positions, provide them with funding. Because when I look at a lot of places in the UK, for example, when I look at the top level, there are very few Black people there. And for me, that's not because I don't think that Black people want to be in that position. It's probably because they don't have the opportunity to be in that position. So I really want to be somebody that kind of helps as many people as I can to achieve their fullest potential.
Nice. What does the word success mean to you?
That's a good question. Success for me is continually being able to create an even greater vision for my life, because the person that I am today is going to be different to the person that I am 2 years from now. And so for me, success is continually being able to set goals which stretch me and then achieve them, and then set more goals that stretch me. So that's what success is for me. It's being able to visualize greater than what I saw 2 years ago and being able to achieve it.
Nice. Can I ask you this question? So how has your vision of business, from when you started to now, how has that kind of changed?
I'm more clearer on who I am, what I offer, and how I can help clients to solve their problems. Whereas when I first started, I was that person who was like, all I need to do is have a website and then I'm cool. People are going to be beating down my door. I'm going to have so many clients. And it was like crickets. And I was like, why is nobody going on my website? And it's because people didn't know about it. So, I've studied so much. I've taken so many courses. I've learned so much. And so that's why I'm able to now create programs for my clients, which actually tackle some of the issues that you face when you just start out in business, which is that overwhelm and that confusion, because there's so much information out there, and you need to kind of sometimes be able to block out all of the confusion and just focus on one thing.
Yeah. Are you working on anything new? Do you have anything that you'd like to tell us or share about, like a book, course, program, conference?
So I've recently just finished an 8-day training program to qualify in NLP, so neuro-linguistic programming, hypnosis and timeline. And so I'm revising all of my one-to-one packages to include additional tools that I can use to support my clients throughout their business process. So at the minute I'm revising my one-to-one offering. So that the one-to-one coaching session is now 3 hours long, and literally we just focus and spend time on creating a plan and helping you to then execute that plan with accountability sessions. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice. And where can people go to either learn more about you, or where can they go to connect with you further?
So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. It's just my name, Lucille Roache. And to look at the services that I offer and to get more details about my one-to-one programs, it's www.assetbusinessconsultancy.co.uk.
Nice. Thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's been so much fun.
Excellent. And for those watching at home, we thoroughly hope that you found some value in this episode. Now, if you have been searching for a place where people are improving themselves and helping others do the same, I recommend you go and check out our free community by clicking on the links either above or below the video. Now, it's basically a mastermind where we come together and support each other every single day. So if that is what you have been searching for, come on ahead and join us inside of this community by clicking those links above or below, learning more. And I cannot wait to see you inside. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. See you later. And done recording in 3 and 2 and